Ooh. Yeah.
Solid.
We got this.
First off, Batsheva, she's going to try to bullshit her way through. She can't remember any facts or figures. She doesn't really care. I was telling Alex when we were married, I took care of all the, all the logistical, all the operational, all the specific things. And, she just went out and bought clothes.
They're going to self-destruct, there's no question. Both Batsheva and Kim have very strong personalities.
He was saying how you're not detail-oriented.
Yeah, you know what? I'm here to be a professional and to win and do the best that I can.
Why would you say that?
Well, it just seems like it's very limiting. There's not a lot of other options.
Well, it depends what your interpretation of limiting is.
Are you ready for Top Recruiter, the competition?
So I'm a marketing professional in New York. Why would I ever move to this historic town in Virginia? That's career suicide for me.
Why would you say that?
Well, it just seems like it's very limiting. There's not a lot of other options.
Well, it depends what your interpretation of limiting is.
Limiting as in further career growth?
Oh, there's plenty of opportunity there. That's the great thing about it. This is where people go to settle down, start a family. This is where people want to spend the rest of their lives.
Our client, Job.com, offers an exciting, dynamic, innovative approach to passive-seeking candidates. We love this company and plan to let you know why you will as well. Kim, take it away.
Our client launched in 2001, which was one of the most global, devastating economies. Job.com is one of the most trafficked career sites on the web, and they have 5 million unique monthly visitors, and 60% of their users are not found on any other career site. Wow. Elise?
Some great information, so I know you now want to know how you can become a part of the Job.com family. So let's dive right in to see how you can be part of this cutting-edge company. They are in need for a dynamic professional to create a first-class marketing strategy. We are aware that you have plenty of options. We feel this is going to enable your career to have the ability to create, motivate, innovate, and collaborate. What more do you need?
What is your relocation package like, and do you offer a sign-on bonus?
Yes, we're aware at Job.com that we need top talent, and in order to find top talent, we need to take care of them. At that time, during an offer, we can discuss what it would take to get you to relocate to Virginia.
Look, I'm from New York. What's the #1 reason why you love Job.com?
First and foremost, I would say the fact that they're putting money into their people, it's very clear they're putting money into the company and their people. They believe in technology and they believe in the wave of the future, and they're looking for people who are current, cutting edge, who want to be part of a growing company in a great area to live. Why wouldn't you want to be a part of them?
Well, I think, I really like the women. I think they did a stellar job of really selling Job.com, at least from my perspective. What do you guys think?
I like both. The men's, they were straight to the point. I like the women, they believe that they were really creative in their wave of technology. It seemed a little rehearsed, but overall they were both great.
I agree with that too, a little rehearsed, a little scripted.
Yeah.
You know what, they both brought energy, but this is a serious kind of business matter, a life matter. A career is all about life, and I thought that the tone and manner of the guys were a little bit more serious. I think it was a little too theatrical for me for the ladies.
I think that when looking at it from the theatrical aside, I think that the men really did a better job of really creating a messaging that resonated well with me as a job seeker.
So if you were looking for a superstar on the men's team or the women's team, or both teams, who would you have picked on each team?
That's a great question. I think on the women's team, we would, Batsheva is probably the individual that I would think would be the superstar. On the men's team, it would be Alex.
On the men's team, Alex, his partner was a little kind of defensive on the New York question, so I'm going to have to deduce some points on that
I tried to have a little bit of fun with that.
Yeah. and for the women, I appreciated Elise's tone the best. I felt it was the most serious, and that spoke to me.
Well, we have the candidates' feedback. What do you think?
Well, while both teams did a really, really great job, and they both approached it from a totally different direction.
I agree.
It seems to me that the men's team did a much better job of really succinctly selling the company. And I think that the candidates felt the same.
Yeah, I'm on the fence right now because the women really had a lot of sizzle in their presentation, whereas the men's was really reserved, but they did a great job at really describing who we are as a brand and what we're looking for in a candidate. So it's going to be a tough call.
So we saw two very different and dynamic presentations from each side. Let's start with you, Kristen, and your overall thoughts from each team.
Alex, right off the bat, just cut right to the chase. While Andrew came in, he was a little bit slower to get started, but once he did get a role, they really gave a lot of great information. Whereas the women, they gave a lot of sizzle in their presentation. They're both very unique presentations. Overall, they did great.
I think they did a great job getting their facts across for both teams. I don't know that they wove them in enough to be created as sizzle. It was more the steak, if you will.
Now, Thad, you were the troublemaker out of all the candidates, giving the recruiters some trouble. How do you think they stood up to that?
Well, I guess you could say that. I mean, I wanted to be a no-nonsense type job seeker to see how they could react under that type of circumstance. You know, I think the men did a good job of articulating a no-nonsense way of how someone would benefit from working in the job.com environment.
So getting right to it, who does your vote go to?
Our vote for today's top recruiter is...
Congratulations on completing your second challenge. Overall, the judges thought that both presentations were dynamically different. As far as the men go, on a positive note, they thought that your presentation was very concise and professional. As far as the women, they really liked that your presentation was backed by a lot of facts. Alex, how well do you think your team performed?
We were solid. We came in prepared, we studied the job, we studied the company, and we delivered. We came here to sell a job and sell the sizzle.
Kim, did you think you beat the men's team?
Of course. We worked as a team, we were collaborative, we read the instructions, and we followed them, and we wanted to create the sizzle, give the facts, so of course we won. I thought we did really well, because we really thought outside the box, and I thought that was really what they wanted, that sizzle.
Andrew, what was your impression of working with Alex?
Oh, it was an absolute pleasure. You know, I really like when the young people, listen to people with experience. He followed everything I said to the letter. I'm sure we kicked the girls' butts.
As you all know, Brian and Kristen have been judging you throughout today's challenge, but we have a surprise. One of the candidates you presented to is actually an employee of job.com.
I was excited that it was one of the candidates because I think that we did a good job presenting the company overall.
But there can only be one winner after today's challenge, and the winner is the men's team. And the top recruiter Mr. Alex King. Okay, America, it's time for you to cast your vote on who you think won today's challenge. Just select the name below. Until next time, I'm your host, Renee Herlocker. Thanks so much for watching Top Recruiter, the competition.
Did it? You were very, you looked like you used
We
car
sold
salesman.
the
No, you
sizzle.
looked like
We
you used
sold
car
the sizzle.
salesman.
Do you hear that?
What is that?
I don't know.